If you've ever felt like you're overreacting, like you can't trust the people closest to you, like no matter how hard you try, something inside you just stays broken. I want you to know you are not broken. And I want to tell you why. My name is Vaida Wachiko, and this is Trauma-Redeemed Mentorship. This channel exists for adults who grew up in hard places and who are still trying hard to carry what happened to them, even if no one else can see it. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain something that changed how I understood myself. And I think it might change how you understand yourself too. Most of us were never told the truth about childhood trauma. We were told to move on, to get over it, to be grateful for what we had in our childhood. And a lot of us tried. We really tried. I tried myself. And here is what no one explained. Childhood trauma doesn't just live in your memories. It lives in your body, in your nervous system, in the way your brain learned to survive, and then never got the memo that the danger was over. So, if you've been wondering why you still react the way you do, why certain looks, voices, or situations send you right back to that place, it is not weakness. It is wiring. Here is what actually happens when a child grows up in an unsafe environment. Your brain has one primary job: keep you alive. And it is extraordinarily good at its job. So when you are a child and your world feels threatening to you, whether it's abuse, neglect, chaos, unpredictability, or emotional unavailability, your brain shifts into survival mode to keep you alive. It starts scanning for danger constantly. It learns to read the room before you even walk in. It keeps your stress hormones elevated, your defense is up, your trust low. This is what is called hypervigilance. And it saved you. It was the right response to the wrong environment. But then you grew up and the environment changed. The threat, in most cases, is no longer there. Except your nervous system didn't get that update. It is still running the same program it learned back then. So you might find yourself shutting down when conflict arises, even mild conflict. You might find yourself struggling to trust people, even people who haven't hurt you before. You might struggle to feel like you're always bracing for something, cycling through shame after normal emotional reactions. Now, none of that is a character flaw. It is a learned survival strategy that outlasted its original purpose. And here is the most important thing I want you to hear today. What was learned can be unlearned. What was wired can be rewired. And what happened to you does not have to define where you are going. I know this because I've lived it. I didn't have a name for what I was carrying for a very long time. I just knew that I responded to the world differently than it seemed like I should. That I kept ending up in the same painful patterns that no matter how much I tried to think my way out of it, it kept coming back. It wasn't until I started understanding how trauma actually works, not as something that made me broken, but as something that made me adaptive, that I started to find real traction. That's why this channel exists, not to re-traumatize you, not to dwell, but to give you language, tools, and community for the journey forward, the journey of healing. Over the next few weeks on this channel, we're going to go deeper. We're going to talk about what's actually happening in your body. We're going to look at practical tools you can use, not just concepts. And we're going to talk about what healing actually looks like, because it's probably not what you have been told. If any of this landed today and you can identify with it, if some part of you recognize yourself in these words, please subscribe so you don't miss what's coming. And if you know someone who needs to hear that they are not broken, share this video with them. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is say, I see you and you're not alone in this. I will see you in the next video.